Well, what do we need?
I don't know.
Bookkeeping? Or book
Ye-
binding?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to just have one or two peasants around to do hauling jobs.
I guess.
And they can join the military in the future also.
That is true. How do we want to just force them in? Like, how do we get them to take an interest in the military?
You just draft them from the military screen.
You know what? Let's do that. We need a warrior.
Yeah.
Military is M, lowercase.
Yeah, put them in the Gulak pack, because it's not even a full squad yet.
So available 5, and then I need to candidates.
Yeah.
Mighty Cleffa right here. So
yeah,
I
go.
just enter? Yeah.
And
okay.
You could see if you can fill in that squad, like, with a full 10.
Not Prince Alexander.
See if anybody has any military skills.
No relevant skills, it says at the top.
Yeah. Oh,
competent hammer dwarf.
All right.
Okay.
Very nice. You would think that the ones with relevant skills would be at the top of the list or something, but...
I wouldn't think that specifically because this is Dwarf Fortress. Okay, competent spear dwarf.
That's good.
Novice wrestler.
Wrestler.
Novice fighter.
Wolf the teleporting Jason.
I think so. Oh my god, this Wolf 20 KO. Yeah, he's a big part of the community. His introduction to the community was playing Friday the 13th with us on stream, and his computer really sucked at the time, or his internet sucked at the time or something. So he was like warping around and glitching out, and every once in a while we'd walk by him, it's like, where's Jason been? We'll like walk by a cabin, we hear the music kick in, and he's like glitched out in like a cabin wall, and it's like, ooh, I'm teleporting Jason, but not in the usual way.
That's great.
It was pretty great. You'd always hear him coming because he'd be eating baby carrots and stuff. It's great. Oh, competent mace dwarf? We have incompetent hammers dwarf. What do we need more, mace dwarf or hammer?
Do the competent one.
Competent.
Better than novice.
Okay, well there we go. We got 10 dudes. We have a military.
I would also, let's see, did I ever show you how to do like scheduling for training?
I think we might have done something like that forever ago.
Okay. It doesn't look like we've done it, because the way I usually do it is only have half the squad training at a time. Then the rest of the squad can like be doing other jobs, and it makes them happier if they don't have to train like every single day.
Okay. So, how do I do that? I'm kind of lost on this screen, actually. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
So, like a little lower down, you'll see that blue text that says train 10 minimum.
Yeah?
I would just... I think you have to hit E for edit order.
Ooh, E. O for train?
Yeah, okay, yeah, and then you press minus on the numpad until it says 5 soldiers minimum.
Oh, so that the training sessions will start whenever they have 5, rather than all 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to hit O for train?
I don't know. I think. Try it, see what happens.
Oh, I'm
no,
switching
it's
orders.
To a different order.
Train, defend burrows, patrol route, station. I want train. And then I want to shift enter.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, are these... Hold on. These are months. I just understood that. I saw the rock names.
Oh, yeah,
now I understand above it says months. Oh my god.
Yeah, the sandstone is the current month.
Wait, it still says train 10 minimum.
Yeah, you have to copy and paste it onto each month, but thankfully, for whatever reason, there's a copy and paste function in this menu. So you can go to that one and hit C, and then just hit P on every other month. For whatever reason, this is the one menu with a copy and paste function.
So they made that for this menu and didn't put it anywhere else.
Yep.
You know what that was? That was a developer one day. He was making this system and he's like, god, fucking pain in the ass. How am I gonna do this? He's like, you know what, this is a pain in the ass. Copy and paste would be useful here. And he implemented this, but he didn't set it up to be implemented anywhere else. It is not at all in the foundation of the game. It's like, it's just like patched in. You know, like that's the feeling I get. Oh, Oh, I've also had Dwarf Therapist up for the last little while, so people have been getting blocked out on things. Really sorry about that. You've been having a hard time seeing for the last little bit. Here's what you weren't able to see properly. They could see some of it, but not all of it. Really sorry about that.
Oh, no.
S. Okay, so we're in the military thing here. So I want M for military. I went down to the Gulak pack, and all I did was I just started going through these empty slots here. And as you select them and you look through the people, it says like competent or skilled or whatever. Did I unassign him? Motherfuck.
Need to find who that competent.
It was this guy.
Was.
There we go. Okay. Put him on the thing, then I hit S for schedule. And as we were looking for this thing, you guys could still see most of this, so I'm sure it worked okay. That's the problem with live editing, everybody. I can't fix it in post, you know? I mean, I edit most of this in post, but the Dwarf Therapist thing, it kind of has to be done live. Anyway, so yeah, I just E, and I used plus and minus to go to minimum soldiers, and I went back to this, and I copied with C and pasted with P across all of them. And that's all.
There's another thing we're going to want to do, and that is modifying the uniforms.
Okay.
Basically, you want to tell each dwarf to use the weapon that they're the most competent with. Because, like, by default, it's set to individual choice. And usually they're inclined to pick the weapon that they're the most skilled with, but they don't always. So we need to go to N for uniforms on this squad.
God, it looks like it's non-clickable sometimes when the name is in gray like that. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah. So let's see.
Right, so how do we want leather?
I would do metal, honestly, because you've been trading for metal armor. They'll just equip as much as they can.
Oh, like just did I take something off the list there? I hit E, or I hit enter.
I think you did.
Did I just ruin everything?
You just took off headwear.
How do I put that back on? This is
actually pretty good because this will show you how to like add headwear to their uniform. You'll see like all the different types of armor at the top.
Yeah.
You'll need to hit capital H. And you can set like any kind of headwear for them to use. So right now it's just headwear. That means oh yeah. So let's see. Go left one and highlight headwear.
Wait, okay. So you want me to be on headwear here? And then yeah. And then I'm on headwear on the middle thing, on the items part now. I know it's impossible to tell.
Yeah, and then press capital M for materials.
Metal.
And tell them to use metal.
Okay, so thank
you. You can get like really intricate in this and like tell them to specifically use iron armor or specifically steel armor. And you can even customize the color that you want them to wear, but I don't know why you would, since you can't see that in game.
Yeah. Individual choice melee. So this is all metal armor melee. This by default is leather armor melee, and this is by default leather armor ranged. Okay. What should I be doing? Let's
see. Well, I think we're probably going to have to modify this for each unit. So let me see. Try and back up for a second, I think.
Gulak pack. So do I hit uniform on individual people?
I think so. I think that's the way it works.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, what we're doing right now is not exactly a uniform since we're customizing it for everybody.
Yeah, which is not what uniform means.
Yeah.
Well, Gulak is a wrestler. Should he be wearing light armor for mobility?
I don't think I don't think metal armor will slow him down.
So he can wrestle, so he'll have full mobility while wrestling in like plate mail.
I mean, I don't know if he'll have full mobility, but he'll live longer, which is more important.
Well, Gulak, such a good wrestler, he can wrestle in plate mail.
Well, yeah, this way he doesn't just get shot with an arrow when he's running up to somebody to wrestle them.
Yeah, so do we go to metal armor and then
Mhm.
individual... Do we just change the weapon choice to, like, not allow a weapon?
Yeah, you can actually just remove that weapon category altogether and he'll never use a weapon.
Okay.
So
So,
just hit enter on that one and it'll go away.
okay. And
Yep,
then
so
I hit C to add uniform?
I think you just hit escape and back out, and I think that'll change it for him.
Oh my god. Okay, so if I go back in here,
So, mhm,
it did remember it, although I don't know if he's
yeah,
set to metal. If I go to
think he
someone
is.
else's... Fuck.
Uh-oh.
There, I put them
Uh,
back on.
okay.
If I go to someone else here, I go to
Mhm.
uniform. No, that deleted it
Oh,
for all of metal armor.
okay. Okay, I think uniforms was the wrong menu. I think what you need actually is E for equip.
So I want individual choice melee back on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So and I hover over a person,
Yeah,
and then
now
it's
try and put E.
uniform.
Now try
E.
E
Okay,
for
I'll go E
equip.
on Gulak.
Okay, yeah, so now you can remove the individual choice. 'Cause he's using a ranged weapon for whatever reason.
I think it's because we had him using a crossbow and building crossbows because we needed someone to do it in the early colony.
That could be. So you can just remove that, and then he'll be a wrestler.
Okay. I
And
will remove that.
so
Okay.
you'll see that some of these have little
Oh,
green check
spear.
marks.
Yeah.
That means that they already have that item.
Okay. So this
So if
guy
you,
is a spear. So if I want to go back to positions.
mhm,
No, I want. Okay, so if I hover over some proficient wrestler, competent spear dwarf, I want to
yeah.
equip.
So you want Conk Donk to have a spear.
So I want weapon. I want
Well, you're still on
spear.
You're on Drew Gulak right
Oh
now, though.
fuck. Okay, he's already got a spear. He's
Yeah.
got a
So another
mace.
thing,
How do I check what he's good at? It used to be up there.
it's on positions. You have to go to the position menu.
Oh, gotta go back and forth each time.
Or you could look at Dwarf Therapist.
Or I could look at Dwarf Therapist. Mace Dwarf Lasher. Okay. So I want a mace.
You're on Drew Gulak here.
Motherfuck. Every time I hit the equip button, it goes back to the top of the list. He's already got a
Yeah.
mace. This person's on individual choice. We want them to have a whip for a lasher, right?
Yeah. So this is a cool
Okay.
thing. Like, you can hit specific weapon at the very top, and you can tell them to use like one exact whip. So you can like tell them to use the top quality one.
Foreign.
Yeah. So hit a specific weapon, and it'll show you a list of all the whips that you have.
Sorry.
At the
Where?
very top.
What do I press? Oh, I didn't notice that.
Mhm.
Bronze whip.
And yeah. So
Silver whip.
I
Iron
don't
whip.
know. Yeah. So I don't know what material would be best. Probably bronze.
What's better, iron or bronze? Isn't it iron?
I mean, iron is good for heavy weapons like maces, but I don't know if it's good for whips.
I don't know. In real life, bronze is much sturdier than iron.
Hmm.
Or sorry, iron is much sturdier than bronze. Other way around. I'm dumb.
Yeah. I
We had the
mean,
Bronze Age, then we had the Iron Age.
yeah, so I mean, in this game, we don't have to worry about weapons breaking or anything. It's just about what can do the most damage.
You know,
So
we just had
probably-
breakthroughs recently in learning what caused the Bronze Age collapse.
oh,
Yeah, like it was like literally in the last few years, we finally have more concrete evidence of what caused all the Bronze Age civilizations to basically just fall apart and lead into like the Dark Ages and everything.
was it ancient aliens?
No. Hilariously enough, the working theory for a long time has been the Seamen.
Oh?
Yes, it was seamen that took it down. It
Oh, no.
was, yeah, basically a whole bunch of people got attacked by people from the sea at the same time, and it really fucked them up. But the general consensus is, yeah, that didn't cause it. Those were probably an influx of basically pirates from like a natural disaster elsewhere. And yeah, there was like droughts or something causing an influx of people moving in, and it was very complicated, and I need to learn more about it again. But we learned more shit. Yay!
Yay.
Just wanted to remind everybody that you learn something new about history every day. Even the experts learn something new about history every day.
Yep. So, what kind of mace should this guy have?
Whip, silver whip, because that's
Alright.
stylish.
Sure.
Okay, I want to go back to positions. This is the dumbest. Nothing, so just whatever. Hammer, spear, wrestler. Okay, I definitely gotta manually do that one. So hammer, spear, wrestler. You need...
Well, Mighty Cleffa can be whatever. Mighty Cleffa was no relevant skills.
Oh. Whoops. This is the worst thing ever. Just whatever weapon. And then you have... I forget the order already. Sorry, I have aphantasia. I can't retain these things in my head. It's... I don't have a visual memory, so...
Yeah, I don't remember. You did it pretty fast, and I didn't notice which one was which.
Well, you know what? I was about to end the session anyway, because I am literally gonna get heat stroke if I stay in here with the door closed any longer. How about between episodes, I go ahead and fill these out?
Okay.
Alright. Between episodes, I'll do that. Next episode, everybody. I don't know. We'll soap the walls. Until next time, have a nice day.
Alright. Later.
Hey, you missed, pal.